Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gramophone channel. My name is Luke. Today we're going to talk about one of the new receiver offerings from Marantz. The CINEMA 60 is essentially the new SR5015. It is directly replacing that model, and doing so with a couple nice upgrades and a beautiful new aesthetic that we're going to talk about. Before I get into the juicy details, don't forget to subscribe to the Gramophone channel and click the bell icon hovering somewhere right about there so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming highlights. This is a 100-watt receiver. It's going to have a ton of HDMI inputs, 6 to be exact, 2 HDMI outputs, and a bunch of all-around compatibility with all kinds of things. Let's go over it. You got an Ethernet jack, you got Bluetooth, you got Wi-Fi, you've got digital inputs like optical and coax for any potential audio sources, or if your TV still runs optical. On that note, one of the HDMI outs on this is eARC compatible, which I always recommend running on newer TVs. This is also a 7-channel receiver. So it doesn't exactly do any height or Atmos effects, but not all of us are building Atmos systems and are still going with the good old 7. Because that, frankly, is what a lot of content, especially streaming content, is still encoded in, somewhere between 5.1 and 7. So this will be a good choice for a lot of folks who don't want to poke holes in their ceiling and put in-ceiling speakers in, or don't want to use any of those height speakers that bounce off the top ceiling. They're kind of to begin with. You've even got a good old-fashioned AM/FM antenna in this, as well as a built-in phono stage so you can still hook up your turntable. It is a great platform for both legacy audio and the most state-of-the-art HDMI signals all in one unit. Now, let's talk about, other than the aesthetic, of course, the biggest, most important change on the CINEMA 60 versus the outgoing SR5015. That is the HDMI. This has way more HDMI 2.1 compatible ports than the 5015. That had 1 in, 1 out. This guy has 1 out, but 3 ins. Just like all the other Denon and Marantz AVRs we've covered, these are still running HEOS, which is wonderful. You have a great built-in streaming platform where you can sign into any of your music accounts and get your receiver serving also as a streamer. No separate equipment is required. Lastly, on the note of features, this is still equipped with Audeze, which is pretty much a staple when it comes to room correction. Audeze, you take a little microphone, set it up, measure a couple positions in your room as the unit holds your hand and walks you through every step that you need, making it very easy, and it will optimize the speaker layout in your room to sound best in it. You can even download the Audeze app on your phone to get into some more advanced stuff for those of you who really like tweaking, kind of like me. Aesthetically, the CINEMA 60 is completely different than what's outgoing. And now the entire product line is going with this aesthetic, where you have this still famous Marantz porthole, but this raised front platform surrounded by this kind of almost hammered looking side panel where your power button is. So if you want a great package that has everything you need and comes in a brand new modern aesthetic, the CINEMA 60 is the receiver for you. And you can pick one up for right around $1,700 on skybygramophone.com by clicking the link down below. We'll give you a secure checkout and fast and free shipping straight to your door. Give us a call or stop by any of our showrooms, Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg. We have a bunch of Marantz on display. We'd love to show it to you before you buy it, so that way you know exactly what you're getting, because that's what the Gramophone experience is all about. What do you need and finding the right product. So guys, if you really enjoyed this video, or if you felt like you learned something, please click that like button. It really helps us out. Don't forget to answer the question of the day, and if you have any additional questions, please ask them down below. I love talking to you guys in the comments. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Be seeing you.